Hello you guys, welcome. I'm Parshvika. On this channel we talk a lot about feminine energy, self-improvement topics, and we also talk about manifestation relationship. If you enjoyed this video, give it thumbs up, consider subscribing for more such video. Today I want to talk about following your heart and following your passion in the unknown, because it's gonna help you create the path, or gonna help you get what you want. Because taking action is not always necessary, but if you know the actions and if you can take it, that it can actually help you. It's not necessary, it's not important to take actions in the manifestation community, but they're gonna be an inspired action when you're actually aligned with what you want, and these actions will be obvious. They don't seem like an action, they just seems like a next obvious thing that you're gonna do, like following your joy, following what feels right in the moment, doing things that you love doing. So today I want to talk about following your heart, a little bit about the action, which is not necessary, but I'm gonna talk about it because a lot of the people get confused. Do I need to take an action? Do I need to do anything, or it's gonna come naturally to me? So that's why I'm gonna talk about this action stuff in this video. Let's dive in. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Consider subscribing. Okay guys, you can see at the back it's kind of like a different background because currently I'm in Bali back again, and it's very heavy raining. Like you can see, it's raining so badly here. Yeah, kind of the thing is there, and that's why there is a lot of the raining, and you can hear the noise of the animals in the background, but that's okay. That's fine. That's all about being in the nature, and that's totally normal. So I have two short mini courses before we begin with the video topic. One is Feminine Energy, Masculine Energy course. The link is in description. Another course is all about how to manifest your relationship. If you're interested, the links are in description along with the female self-care plan. Let's talk about why do you need to take an action, or taking action, following your heart, going into the action. First and foremost, you gotta keep in mind, you don't need to take an action. Action part is totally unnecessary. It's totally not relevant. It's not important. I mean, it can be relevant, but it's not important for you to take an action. Because in the manifestation, we say we don't need to take an action because we are the God creator. So when we are the God, why the heck we need to take an action? We can create anything like this. Simple. It depends on us now. Do we need to take an action, or we don't need to take an action? But there is a silver lining here. When people say, okay, you gotta set the intentions, you gotta do this manifestation affirmation stuff, but they say that you gotta take an action, and I want to actually put the silver lining here and emphasize this thing so that it gets clear to you why and when you need to take an action and when you don't need to take an action. First and foremost, the action will be an inspired action. It's not sitting down on the table or on your couch or on your bed and thinking, what action do I need to take? What do I need to do it right now? No. That's not. That's actually you're trying to figuring things out, that I need to do this thing. That's why I need to take this action. You see? Like, I need to figure it out, how I'm gonna get this thing, how I'm gonna get the money, how I'm gonna get the relationship, and that's why I need to take an action. But this action is not gonna help you get what you want, because the intention or the motive behind taking an action is not helpful. You see, when we say that, when we ask for something, it's already been given to us, right? It's already been given to us. That means we don't need to take an action to figure it out, how it's gonna come to us or how it's gonna realize in free. Makes sense, right? When you say it's done, it's done. You don't need to take an action. So if you're taking an action only to figure things out, only to understand where is it coming, how long it's gonna take, is it coming or not, please don't take an action, because it's not gonna help you get what you want, because it's gonna backfire, because you say that you already have what you want, but then you're taking an action to get what you want. You say it's kind of like going in the two different boats which are going in different directions, and you're not gonna reach anywhere because you are in the two boats. So don't take an action whenever you feel like you need to figure it out, how it's gonna come, when it's gonna come, and all that stuff. Don't take an action. And don't need to think about it. Okay, what should I do next to get what I want? How long it's gonna take? Oh, I need to get it fast and all that stuff. No, stop. You already have what you want. It's already done. You don't need to take an action to figure it out or to get what you want, right? That's the first thing. The second thing we gotta realize is the actions. Sometimes you gotta take an action, but the action would be an inspired action. These actions would be quite obvious, quite natural. You're not figuring things out. You're not going outside and understanding how it's gonna come to me, or what should I do next and all that stuff. No, These actions would be like going outside or going around in the supermarket and buying something grocery. That action would be there. When you meet all of a sudden your friend or somebody that you interact, maybe they give you a business idea, or maybe they have a job offer, or maybe you meet your partner when you go to the grocery store. That happened with me. So that would be the obvious step. It's not you figuring out, oh, I need to find a partner or I need to find money, and you're not taking an action based on that. You're just doing it because it feels quite obvious. It feels right in the moment. It feels like, okay, I have to do this, or not I have to do this. It feels like I'm going to do this because I need to go and buy groceries. That's why I'm going to the grocery shop, whatever. Makes sense, right? So these are the two differences between the taking an action and not taking an action. When the action you're taking, whenever you feel like you need to do something, ask yourself, what is the motive behind it? Why you want to do something? Why you need to take an action? If you're taking an action to figuring things out, how it's going to come to you, it's coming or not, when it's going to come, stop there. Don't take an action, because it's not going to help you get what you want, because you are in the two boats. You say that you already get what you want, but then you're taking an action to get what you want. If you already have it, then why the heck you need to take an action to get it, right? Makes sense. The second thing, if you feel like, okay, I feel like this is a quite obvious thing that I want to do it, I'm not doing it to get what I want, I'm just doing it because I feel like this is the right thing that I need to do it, because I love doing it, it's next obvious step, and that's why I need to go and do it. Then go and do it, because that's an inspired action that's going to help you get what you want. So you're not taking an action here to get what you want, to figure things out, or to realize those things in the 3D. You're just doing it because it feels natural, it feels obvious. Like waking up in the morning, it feels obvious to drink a glass of water. Like for me, it's an obvious, so I'm going to do it. Simple. So that kind of action is very obvious, very inspired. You're not doing it to get what you want. You're not doing it to get the money or get the relationship. You see, the energy behind it, or the motive or intention behind it, is not to get something. You're just doing it because you want to do it. Simple. Like that. Simple. So that's about the inspired action, and that's taking an action when you are trying to figure things out. So there's a difference between these two actions. So make sure whenever you feel like you need to take an action, stop there and ask yourself, why I need to take an action? What's the motive behind it? And you will be able to understand what's the motive, and depending on that, realize, do you need to take an action or you don't need to take an action. Another thing I need to talk about is following your heart and desire. Well, following your heart and desire in the unknown is, people say, about chasing after the dreams, but sometimes it's right, sometimes it's not right. I can say everything is right and wrong, whatever. Like, people have different belief systems, so based on their beliefs they do the different things. Some people believe that they have to go and chase and take an action, then obviously they gotta take an action because of their belief, because of their thought. Okay, so following after the dreams and passion means following your heart, doing things that you love doing. So when you're doing the things that you love doing, it's gonna help you vibrate at the high frequency and make you the equal match to get what you want, or to exactly realize them in the 3D. So following your heart in the passion in the unknown is similar to taking an inspired action. Obviously, you don't need to do the things that's very hard, that feels like it's actually upstream. No, you don't need to do anything that feel like an upstream, that seems like a struggle, because it's not going to help you get you what you want. You only got to do the things that feel like inspired action, that feels like you obviously going to do it because you love doing them. That's following the heart and passion. For example, if you want to start your dream business, for example, it's a crochet business, okay? You love crochet. So people were saying, oh, nobody sells crochet nowadays, it's not a good income, you're not gonna get what you want, don't do it, and all that stuff. But you love crochet. So following your heart and passion here, it's gonna mean that you're gonna do crochet work. You're gonna make different kinds of crochet items because you love it. Or maybe you're gonna start a website or start your social media account where you're gonna post about the crochet, so people interested who are going to follow you, follow your website, whatever, write a blog article, make a video, whatever. So that would be the path of least resistance or inspired action, because it seems obvious. You're doing it because you love it. You love crochet, that's why you're doing it. You wanted to start a business, you are feeling inspired to do that, that's why you're starting with a website or a social media account related to that. Makes sense. But I'm gonna tell you other type of action. But you're like, okay, I need to start the dream business, and you're going out figuring things out. Oh, how I'm gonna make money by selling crochet, I need to talk this seller, I need to talk this vendor, I need to look at this marketplace. This is actually figuring things out, right? And so This is not going to help you because you're trying to figure it out. You don't understand that it's already been given to you, it's already been done when you ask for it. So there is a difference between following your heart, and there is a difference between taking the action which just feels like a struggle because you are trying to figure things out, you're trying to make it happen. Whenever you feel like you gotta make it happen, you gotta figure things out, stop there, because those actions not gonna help you. But whenever you take an action which feels quite obvious, which feel like I'm gonna do it anyway, regardless of whether the thing that I want is happening or not, I'm doing it because I love it, because it's fun, it's natural, it's obvious, then go and do it. That's all about following your heart and passion, because when you're doing it, you're doing the things that you love doing. Following your heart is all about doing the things that you love doing. So hopefully this video makes sense. Let me know. What do you think? I'll see you the next time. Goodbye.